Today, we're going to be talking all about mumps. Firstly, mumps can be defined as a contagious, mild, and easily preventable virus. However, if mumps is left untreated, or if it is not treated effectively, it can cause some very serious complications in various parts of the body. What causes mumps is a virus known as the rubella virus, which is a part of the family of viruses known as the paramyxoviruses. However, this is not that relevant to us. What is more relevant to us is, how does this virus spread from one person to another, or how does one contract the mumps virus? And the easy answer to this question is saliva, by coming into contact with the infected saliva of a person who has contracted mumps. Saliva is spread in everyday actions that every single person does, and you might not even realize it. The first of these is sneezing. In the picture below, the male sneezes and his saliva leaves his mouth and goes into the open air. If his infected saliva comes into contact with the respiratory system of an uninfected person, then they are at risk of catching the mumps virus. This is a very similar scenario for coughing. A big problem nowadays is sneezing or coughing into our hands and without washing them, going and touching things that other people touch, such as a door handle. If an uninfected person then touches this door handle and touches some food and eats it, then they are at risk of contracting mumps virus as it now is in their system. An easy way to stop the transmission of the mumps virus is to dab. And I know this sounds silly, but dabbing in terms of destroying all bacteria when you cough and sneeze. This is as simple as sneezing or coughing into your elbow so the germs do not spread to anyone else. Other ways in which the mumps can spread include talking, sharing a drink bottle, or sharing eating utensils. One of the main symptoms of mumps includes the enlargement of the cheek and jaw region due to the swelling of the parotid glands. The parotid glands are a type of salivary gland which are associated with mumps. An example of this can be seen in the picture below. General symptoms of mumps include a fever, a headache, muscle aches and pains, fatigue, and a loss of appetite. If mumps is left untreated, it may result in some very serious complications. Children may develop hearing impairments. Adults may develop asthmatic meningitis, which is the inflammation of the meninges in the brain. You may also contract infection in the pancreas, liver, brain, heart, testicles, and ovaries, and your reproductive function may be impaired. But if you're really lucky, your mumps might heal all by itself. But don't take that risk. Don't put yourself in that situation and do what you can to maximize favorable recovery conditions and get better. One of the ways to do this is by taking the most expensive treatment approach. I must note now that there is actually no specific antiviral treatment for mumps. The most expensive treatment actually isn't that expensive at all. It comes in the form of analgesic medications, which are directed at relieving pain. They can be purchased from a chemist for approximately $10 to $15. If you don't like taking medication, there are plenty other options for treatment at an even lower cost. And these include resting, so your body can heal naturally, drinking plenty of fluids, namely water, and trying to avoid acidic juices as they may lead to the further irritation of the salivary glands, and applying ice pack to the swollen glands to try and help ease the pain. If you think you have mumps, if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, and if they haven't resolved, go and see your general practitioner. They are the best person to see, and they can answer any questions that you may have. And if you're lucky enough not to have had mumps yet, go and see your GP about receiving a mumps vaccination. The mumps vaccination is administered by the GP, and it will expose you to a tiny portion of the mumps virus, so that when your body comes into contact with mumps in the real world, your body will provide an instant response, killing the mumps virus before you even know you have it and before you even experience any symptoms. And best of all, this mumps vaccination is free, thanks to the National Immunization Program schedule. So not only are you protecting yourself against mumps, but you're doing it for zero cost.